going to get better and better, works on his game. He got a little frustrated with Hayes early, but then stepped through, and when he got frustrated, you see he still leads the NBA in field goal percentage. He gets a couple nice dishes by J.R. Smith, who's come in, hit a three and a couple assists.
Center, you're relying on the guards or forwards to get you the basketball. Nuggets do that. Dene is very effective.
Jabbar was one of the greatest, if not the greatest center to ever play. Oh, that was a nice elbow out. Landry's going to get the foul on Dene.
That's going to be 2 on Dene, and a concern. First team foul, second period.
And Dene saying he's jumping straight up. Let's see if he does. Stays down the first one. He's trying to avoid it. There's contact. And I've always say when you get the defense in the air, even if you, let's be honest, the offense initiates the contact every time. But once you get a guy up in the air, and I know the league is big on the straight up and all that, but to me, you get a guy up in the air and you go into him and there's contact, should be a foul on the guy who left the ground.
Yeah, but they never do that, do they?
Well, they just call him and they're there.
Well, it's always the foul.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think it should be. I
think it should be.
I think once you've done something as an offensive player and you've got that guy to leave his feet, I think all's fair then.
Okay. So even if the offensive guy blows in there with his shoulder or undercuts you.
And there's certain scenarios that you're going to see a guy's going to lower his shoulder or something like that. But I mean, once you're down in the post, head fake guy jumps in here and you jump into him, that should be a foul on him every time.
Kenyon Martin with the finger roll.
Another assist by JR.
6 points for Kmart. And J.R. Smith has 3 assists, as does Carmelo Anthony. 32-27. Luther head, double. JR rotates, and they got out a little bit late, and it's too late as Brooks hits the 3.
So when it gets to the 3rd and 4th pass, and that's why coaches love the extra pass, it's usually that big guy that has to rotate, and usually a big guy, if you wait till the guard has it in his hand, you're usually too late.
And they trying to get out there hard. J.R. Smith underneath. Nicely done, the reverse layup.
Yeah, Luther head just too small for J.R. Smith.
5 for JR, and our first candidate for the Lexus all-wheel drive of the game. Nuggets by 4. Brooks casts off. That's good. So another 3-pointer. I told you this guy was playing well, averaging 11 points. Shooting 39% from 3. He's a 91% free throw shooter. J.R. Smith in the lane, sets up Kenyon. In and out. Kenyon out on Brooks. A wrestling match inside. Landry and Kenyon Martin. A call the foul on Kmart, his first. Just under 6 minutes remaining, second quarter. The Denver Nuggets leading the Rockets 34-33. Okay, time now to check in with the 4th member of our broadcast team, the Comfort Dental Kidcaster. Tonight is Trevor Orndorff, and he has a question for Chuck.
I think we're the only people in the league that probably thought he could do that.
And Nene averaging 14 points a game, 7 rebounds, not to mention leading the NBA in field goal percentage and matching up with the best of them tonight, Yao Ming. Guys?
You know, Maya, you look at his offensive numbers, and obviously a nice improvement, but I think he's done a nice job on the defensive end too, Scott. You know, the Nuggets are allowing 9 points fewer than they did last year, and I think some of the credit will go to Nene.
Well, he's blocked some shots, that's for sure, and he's had a couple big ones. Key for the Denver Nuggets, I think, with Nene is to keep him out of foul trouble. When that happens, they usually are solid inside. Still defense, I still think it starts with those guys, the ACs and the Phillips.
Well, those guys are pretty good now.
Well, yeah, and it puts the pressure out on those guys. Forcing teams into some bad shots, and then Nene and Kenyon and Melo clean it up.
Carl Landry has come off the bench and has 8 points.
See, and it's not been the stars really that's hurt. Von Wavering with a couple layups. Brooks off the bench and a couple threes.
J.R. Smith under to Kenyon. Has to come out because of Yao. Carmelo's back in. He's got it turned. And Nene with a nice offensive grab. JR's got a lane coming in. That's going to be a foul on Artest, who wasn't looking. He was leading interference, Scott. a lead blocker if you like. Didn't realize JR was right up his back.